Alright, guys. So we hit in heist again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this currency to try to do this theory that I've been working on. So see how it ends up working out. We are going to combine Blade Vortex with Phantasms. We use Phantasmal Might. Because I believe that it does add, if I'm not mistaken, dude, it adds the... I could have this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Let's see. Let's double check this just to make sure we're not wasting our time. Because I do have... let's see. Yes. Per level. Multiple instances. Okay, so 2 to 3 physical damage, 2 spells. Yes, it grants you. Okay, so I do have it right. I have it correct. I just wanted to make sure as we weren't wasting our time. But this should be really good, actually, so we'll see. I've got the POB. Yeah, you can mix chocolate and peanut butter, dude. I've done it several times, bro. I know it works. I mean, there's a weapon called the Black Cane, and it gives you Phantasmal Might based on the amount of phantasms that you have. So the goal, what the theory is that if we stack as many phantasms as we can via the Dark Monarch and Congregation support, then we'll get a fat buff to flat physical spell damage for Blade Vortex. That's the basis of the build. And then from there, it's just a bunch of other shenanigans. But we'll figure it out, dude. We're gonna handle it. We're almost there, dude. For this build, we only need to get to level 50, and then we'll be able to test it out to see if it really works. But I love Blade Vortex, dude. I've been trying to figure out a different way to make it, so we'll see if this works. Because the meta right now is just snapshot your minion pack damage, and okay, that's cool. But I want to do something a little off meta. My Blade Vortex Elementalist was one of the most fun builds that I've ever played. Yeah, if you hit exclamation point POB, it'll show you the theory, the POB. It's all fleshed out in the POB. It's just not. I just haven't built it yet. It looks pretty good though. It's at like 26 mil DPS. Full cold converted. using the Oshabi bloodline for the Unleash. Oh, shit. We're almost gonna do the switch, dude. So just give me. I only need a few more levels to put that weapon on. It should be good to level with too, or at least to get through like Acts 6 through 10 with. I've been working on a couple of other things too. I'm working on a Bama theory too that is played on a Reliquarian, and it seems to be really, really good so far in the POB. I have to like fine tune it a little bit, but it seems like it could be really good. I've been wanting to play Bama since they nerfed it, but I haven't really found any way to make it very feel good. Like feel good viable. This new congregation support opens up a lot though. Yeah, YouTube lags, dude, on the chat. So you guys are way behind me. Dude, Bama is so crazy. Look how much damage that shit does when just like chunks. Chunk, chunk, chunk.
Our mistakes can be our greatest achievements.
Right now I got it at 3 million, 3.8 million DPS, and it doesn't even have any other items on it. It just has a bow and a quiver and the ascendancy nodes. I still got to add like the jewels to it. I still got to add like I gotta add a bunch of stuff still. I gotta add the timeless jewel to it. I gotta add the combat focused jewels. So I'm gonna make it lightning based. Yeah, dude, the Twitch. Thanks, Cams, for the follow. Yeah, the Twitch is so much faster. It's just the only thing is with Twitch is people don't like the ads. Oh, thanks for the sub, Cam. Appreciate it. Yeah, people don't like the ads. That's why a lot of people don't end up. That's why a lot of people don't end up watching on Twitch. I appreciate it, dude. Oh, they added a playback bar? Really? Holy shit. I didn't even know that. Fuck, dude. I never used Twitch. I just stream, dude. I don't ever like... I'll watch... sometimes I'll watch when like GGG does their reveals and shit. I'll watch Twitch. And I'll usually watch somebody's stream to do it, but... I gotta post my Path of Exile 2 video too. Damn, by the time I get to that fucking node for mirror or for blink arrow, I'm gonna be leveled up enough to respec. Nice. Pineapples or cherries, one gotta go forever. Pineapple all day. Pineapples are way better than cherries.
You and I are about to create the most beautiful of nightmares together. Will you go to bed now, little girl? Or do I need to tuck you in?
Now, Exile!
Embrace the future. What?
I'll just make pineapple flavored medicine. Any medicine that I have to take, I'll just add a splash of pineapple juice to it. Plus, pineapple juice goes with way more liquor than cherry does. Yeah, exactly.
Now, let us see if you truly understand.
Although one of my favorite things in the world is cherry limeade, so I don't know, dude, that's kind of rough. Now that I think about it.
I gave my life. Nightmare gave me so much. Accept the gift of immortality. Nightmare is the true. Why are you so in love with death?
Poor Malachi. He was so frightened to death.
I am Ice? Of course.
Our hopes are with you.
Apples and oranges. I don't know, I have to go with oranges, dude. You see where I'm getting at, right? If you say bananas next, the answer is going to be bananas, because I like orange, pineapple, banana.
seems there's a rebellion afoot. An egghead. Remember, we do this for freedom.
So why did you tell me? Well, he told us not to tell you because he said fuck that. He said he was going to the store to grab a few things and like that. Okay, so why was he here? He just wanted payment for the prank. He had us.
Thaumaturgy and science combined. That's rather clever. Look at these beauties. Perfect for my collection.
Yeah. Live casting.
Mamas were overtired.
Just in case. Whoa, what the fuck? What? Don't put it in your fucking.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second.
Where else is it? Just, I don't know. It's a fully loaded gun. Sorry. Just, like, put it in your pocket or something. I'm putting it. No. You put it in. Shoot your dick off. Okay, this time we'll just use everything to your advantage, alright? Just, whatever happens, just roll with it. I'm so excited. I'm kind of nervous. Dude, Simon is freaking out right now. He is going to be so depressed. Hey. Those are spyglasses. What? Those are fucking spyglasses. What the purpose of them? No, they're not.
7 more levels. And we'll be home free. Oh shit. I gotta go grab the mage blood too. I forgot about that.
Something here. Something different.
All right, there we go. To be honest with you, I would just start it as like a normal, you know, SRS like minion build, or you can use Bama. That's what I used, just to level it up real quick. You can swap it over as soon as you're able to get like. I mean, technically, you could go through the entire campaign with it. As soon as you get to like level 38, you could just swap. You don't need all the power charge stacking stuff until you get into maps, and by the time you get into maps, you're high enough level to have all the gear anyway. I mean, I would do that. You could do that just to make the respec easier. So let's look. Yeah, you're. By the time you get to maps, you're good to go for all the gear. I think the highest item level is level 65. Or highest required level 65. Jesus Christ. All right, cool. I'm excited for this build, dude. I really am. I've been trying to figure out a way to make Blade Vortex into my own thing, and I think this is going to do it. Yeah. What I would do then, if you were going to do that, is I would just grab all rare gear. You know, you just need like a wand with like plus plus cold skills on it. You can get that with the recipe for the wand. I think isn't there a recipe for a +1 cold spell wand? If I'm not mistaken. With the gems. Or maybe it's a scepter. Let me look that up for you real quick, just so I'm not giving you bullshit information. After I kill this boss, I'll look it up for you. But I'm pretty sure there is one. And then as soon as you're able to get, like, you know, high impact mines, you just throw that on there. But you are going to have to farm the Transfigured gem. Or trade for it if you're playing trade. Are you playing SSF with it, or are you doing trade? Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure, dude. It's a really powerful build. Like once you get all the like the power charge stacking stuff, it'll definitely get you into yellow maps. But you just need to make sure you have the defenses for it. I would even try going just I would try going CI before that, dude. Just try to get like 5k energy shield or like 4k energy shield. And I would just try going CI. It's going to feel a little bit squishy at that point, but it'll be good enough to map with. I mean, you got to imagine, right? With Ice Spear splitting, you're off-screening a lot of stuff. So you're really not going to be getting hit all that often. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could get there, dude, for sure. Well, just on rare gear, all energy shield base, you could probably get up to 8k. I'm just looking at the bases real quick of the unique items just to make sure, but yeah. And then I believe that there is a cold spell vendor recipe. Yep. There sure is, dude. Here. There you go. Yeah, you just need two. You need 2 gems with 20 quality. You need a red and a green one. And then you could just, what you could do. Yeah, well, you can also like grab a couple of them too, and then you could use the recombinator. I don't know, are you running this SSF, or are you just doing trade league start kind of thing? Or I don't know if you're trying to do an SSF run or not, but if you are, you can get those wands and just get a bunch of them, and then just use the recombinator to try to make something good. You can do the predictive one, I believe, and get +1/+1 on it, and then you can just use the bench craft to craft, and then, you know, you can do some other shenanigans too. like locking those mods and then, you know, like using the Harvest Reforge, you could do that as well. Try to get some crit on there. I would honestly recombinate to try to get +1/+1 on there, and then once you get that base, I would lock those, and then I would Harvest Reforge. Are those on the same side? Let me see. I think they're on the same side, actually. Let me just double check. It's too bad when you're crafting a weapon that you can't use the Eldritch currency, like to put a Searing and Searing Exarch and Eater mods on there to use the Eldritch currency, like the if the Exarch's dominant, makes it so much easier to craft armor that way. Let's see. No, they're not. Okay, yeah, so you could get +1 to cold, +1 to spells, lock prefixes, reforge crit, and then you would get you're either going to get global crit multiplier or spell critical strike chance. And you probably want spell critical strike chance. Or you can get crit chance. So you might have to like lock prefixes a couple of times and then do it, and then Harvest Reforge crit. And then once you do that, I would just try to like exalt on 2 good suffixes, and then bench craft on spell damage or something. Let's see. Or what you could do is you can lock prefixes, right? And then you can use a veiled exalted orb. Because you're still going to have to lock the prefixes. You just use a veiled exalted orb and then block. What would I block? What has the highest weighting? I would roll on gain as extra, or craft on gain as extra, and then unveil and try to unlock spell damage with increased mana regeneration. And then you can lock prefixes again, and then Harvest Reforge crit. And then that'll give you a combination because once you have your prefixes done, you're pretty much good. You could just keep Harvest Reforging crit. That's one way you could do it. And then you could just like exalt on one affix and then just craft on, bench craft something on at the end. Yeah, but the all of the Foulborn items on that build are very, very easy to get off of the tree. They're not hard to get. Like, they're not uncommon uniques. Oh shit, I forgot. I keep forgetting to go and grab that mage blood. Alright, we can go grab it real quick. Where are we at? Yeah, dude, I ran 15. I ran one blueprint and I got a helical ring, and then I used the blueprint, the helical ring, sold it, bought more blueprints, and I ended up getting 2 focused amulets. Fucking insane luck, dude. I got very, very lucky. Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna sell off all this shit.
You deserve once.
There's so much garbage in my inventory just sitting there for no reason.
Yes. Some farewell.
All right. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, we got this. That's good. We take that. Got onslaught. Take that. That's good. What else we got here? Okay, we'll take that. Let's go. No, I just sold them straight up. See, the secret is to split them and then craft them. That's the secret, dude. Split them and then craft them. You end up making like a lot more money doing that. Yeah, well, it's not necessarily double the profit. It's like, look. Let me show you. Nine divines for non-split or for a split one. Okay. And then not split. Let's just go with rare, dude. I don't know why that person listed it for 100 divines. It's fucking ridiculous. Let's go not mirrored. Hold on. This is when it starts getting fucking weird. Not fractured. See, 16 divines. So it's about 2 more divines than what it would cost normally. So I guess you would make 2 more divines for a helical ring. I'd have to look at the focus. It's not that much more though. And I was just on a roll, dude. I was just trying to run heist, so I was just selling them real quick. I do it because then I have to like log into my other character, buy the beast, split it, and it's like, is it really worth my time to do it for just a couple more div? I don't know, maybe. That's what I was doing before, but then I kind of got lazy. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just kind of, to be honest with you, making content helped me learn how to craft more than anything. It really did, dude. like researching the videos, and I would like learn different, you know, learning how to communicate it to newer players, because it is insanely complex in this game. But learning how to communicate it to newer players made me like 1,000% better at crafting. And then also trying to make this crafting engine for the website. That is also making me very good at crafting. We're almost there, guys. We only need 5 more levels. Be right back.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be extinguished.
The website is coming along, though. I'm about to hop on Reddit and see if I can get some beta testers to help me out. I need people that are really good at crafting, though. So... because I know how to craft a little bit, but I'm still not... I'm not good compared to some of these other people out that are out in the community. So if I could pull together some people that really know how to craft to help me beta test this, I could get it really good very fast.
This ain't no chance.
Oh, let me go get a, I gotta go get the item real quick that we need. This is the item we need right here. Hold up. So this is what we're using. Do I have one already? I might already have one, actually. No, I don't. Okay. So we are going to use this, and then we need to get... I need one with 30 int on it. You just squeeze as much of this shit out as we can, and much stats as we can. Fuck. I hate this UI so much, dude. It sucks. Alright. Yeah, well... there's a lot of possibilities, right? But if you just narrow your scope, it's a scope issue, right? Like, when you see an item, you're like, oh man, what the fuck do I do? Do I use like the bestiary? Do I use the harvest bench? Do I use essences? Do I use, you know, you start like freaking out, right? At least that's how I used to do it. But you break it down, dude, like into prefixes, a group of prefixes and a group of suffixes, right? First check, is there an essence that'll get me one of the stats in either group, right? So if you go to your essences, you go, okay, look, let's say you want to get fire res, right, on an armor, okay? And you're like, okay, cool. So the essence of anger has fire res, right? that's a suffix. So what if I wanted to get fire res and chaos res on it? Okay, so I could just spam this essence of anger until I can get T1 fire res, or I mean the essence tier fire res, and then T1 chaos or T2 chaos res. And then from there, you could do something like you could craft on a suffix, and you could use one of these. I would use like a, I would, in fact, I wouldn't even craft on a suffix. I would just make the, I would make the Eater of Worlds one dominant. So I would just craft that on there real quick. And then just use the Eldritch Exalted Orb. And then if you needed to, if you screw up, you don't get one you want, right? You can use this to remove, and then you could go back and forth like that. And then once you have your suffixes done, then you just need to learn how to use the meta mods, right? Lock the prefix or lock the suffixes and then start on the prefixes, and vice versa. You just got to split it up into groups like that. It kind of help you figure out your path. It starts to really get like wonky, dude, when you have to get like influences, because the influences on the item, they open up a whole other like mod pool on there, right? So it makes things a little bit more complicated. But then once you get good at just crafting very basic items like that, then you can switch it up and start learning how to use like the Orb of Dominance and stuff. Or I mean the Awakener orbs to combine the influences on an item. And then you can also like mess with the Recombinator. Just learn one step at a time. It'll really help you. All right, what else do we need? We need to get... Shield did I have on here? Okay, so I need the Jingling Spirit Shield. Light of Lunaris, that's what I need. Dude, I love that Lion Eyes Watch song. It's so good. Oh yeah, we need the Dark Monarch. Yeah, bro, I mean, you'll figure it out, dude. You just gotta, like, jump in the water. That's what I had to do. You're not gonna learn unless you test it out and fail. Because you can't... What I did for a very long time was like, dude, I just suck at crafting. I can't find a guide. I'll just try to trade for the item. Like, I wasn't, like, testing myself to see what I could do until I really, like... I really had to start, like, trying to craft items and failing. and then being like, fuck, I'm stuck. And then I could go to like, and then once I get stuck, then I go to Reddit and then ask or something, you know what I mean? But I would at least try first. And then I started getting better. But you have to try first, man. You can't, you know. Let's see, can we get socketed gems? Get a... Fuck. 70 divines? Woo! Alright, well, we're going to have to go without one of the auras, that's for sure. Well, maybe we'll buy this later, but we'll get one like that later. That's if the build even works, dude. If the build works, I'll drop the 70 div on that helmet, or maybe I'll just try to corrupt one myself. They're only 27 chaos.
It's a gilded wonder.
They're probably, I bet I could hit it if I bought enough of them. Yeah, well, start with stuff that's not going to break your bank, dude. You know what I mean? Because, like, you could get, like, you can use the Harvest Reforge bench pretty cheap. You can also use your crafting bench pretty cheap. You can also get essences. Like, go and try to craft an item that you actually need for your build, but try to get one where there's, like, a cheap essence or something. Yeah, I mean, did you know, was there a better route to craft it or something? Because normally when you spend that much on an item to craft it, like, it's usually worth a little bit more. Or were you following a guide or something?
Come here, quick. Ah, your body has survived my gift. Now, test your new power. Wield the flame against that...
That's what you are the exact person that I'm making the website for, though. So what's going to happen with this website is, as soon as it's done, is that you're going to be able to put in an item and all the stats you want. It's going to tell you the best way to craft it. Yeah, Orb of Dominance is not cheap. Usually it's not cheap. See, I wouldn't even start. If I was trying to learn how to craft, I would not start with that. I wouldn't start with anything that's like an influence or needs like an elevated mod or anything. I wouldn't do anything like that. I would just start very basic. If I had to relearn it again, I start very basic. Just res, some max life, maybe increased armor evasion, whatever it is on the item. What'll really help you too, dude, is like learning how to block mods from rolling on an item. That's going to be like such a big leap for you. Have you ever checked out my crafting series that I have on my YouTube channel, Marco? I have a series of very short videos on my YouTube channel. It's called the TLDR Crafting Guide. They're like 7 to 8 minutes long each. There's about 5 or 6 of them, I think. And I just start at the very, very beginning for brand new people who have no idea what even an item is, what even a suffix or prefix is. And then I start from that, and I go to the very end to craft like some like higher end stuff. Yeah, it's on the playlist under crafting on my YouTube channel. People really like them. Like newer players, I get a lot of good feedback from them. I'm gonna start making more too. I gotta really start putting out more videos this week. I've been really falling behind my schedule. I need to put out the PoE 2 video that I have, and then I need to put out another profit crafting guide for Path of Exile 1. I have like 2 more of those that I need to do. And then I need to put out a build guide for this build if it works out.
I must have jinxed myself. Here we go again.
I think I'm gonna start spending Sunday just starting to like record different videos, and I'll just post them throughout the week. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing, dude, because my schedule's just so fucking slammed during the week. It's like I gotta stay up till like 10 or 11 just editing videos, and then I get less sleep than I normally do, which sucks. Yeah, dude, I walked you through kind of how to craft that wand for the ice miner, the ice spear miner. I mean, you could do something very similar to that. Just to craft a very basic like +2 level wand. Wait, what the fuck? I go the wrong way? Oh no, it splits off. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? That is what I'm going to be league starting with from now on, though, is that ice spear splitter. Or the ice spear miner. Unless it gets, like, nerfed or something, then I'll have to figure something else out, but I'm going to start league starting with that from now on. It's the cheapest, dude. It's so cheap to put together, and such a solid league starter. It gets you to, like, blast through red maps, like, no problem, and get your void stones. I'll work on putting together a leveling POB too before the next league. That way we have some sort of like progression arc. I don't do very detailed POBs, and that's kind of on me, but I'll start doing it for that build particularly. I'll put together like all the steps that you need to take, and I'll put in the crafting steps for the items that'll help the progression of it. I just got to take time to do it. I wish that this was my full-time job. If this was my full-time job, I'd be a lot better at it. Oh, shit. All right, we're 2 levels away, man. 2 levels away.
My life will work. I shall not suffer this humiliation again.
It seems that those who don't learn from their mistakes are doomed to repeat them.
Come back. When does the the Diablo expansion comes out on the 28th, I believe, right? Does anybody know when the Diablo expansion comes out? That I'm excited for. I'm very excited to see what they did with the skill tree. Even though it's going to be kind of the same bullshit endgame loop, but we're at least making progress with the skill tree. If there's theory crafting in the game, I'm good with it. They can work on the endgame activities later on. I hope they start adding like league mechanics to the game. That'd be pretty cool too. Let's see, when is the expansion release date? April 28th. Okay.
only chance of turning this tide.
And they're adding the warlock. Warlock looks okay.
It's just the way of things. Find me, please.
I'm probably gonna end up playing a druid though. There's a bunch of druid skills that I really want to try out, try to make work. There we go. One more level, man. One more level. We get to see if this build's actually going to be worth a shit. It's probably going to be decent to go through the campaign. Might not be the best, but that's if it even works the way I think it's going to. But the numbers look good. It's just going to be how it feels mechanically. That's going to be the thing. I do quite enjoy the Blade Vortex playstyle, though. And then after this Blade Vortex build, we'll try out the Reliquarian with Bama. It sucks because I want the 2 nodes that I want on the Reliquarian, I can't get because of the way the skill tree's like set up. So what I'll have to do is get, and you can't get Forbidden Flame and Flesh for the Reliquarian because the Ascendancy nodes are going to change. But I have an idea and a workaround for this. If I could just get it up to like 20 million DPS. It would be pretty good. You mean chaos instead of divines, you mean? Wait a second, the temples are 219 divines? What? That can't be right, dude. Hold on, I gotta see this. Is this real? As if it is, dude. We've been farming the wrong thing the whole league. We've been farming the wrong thing the whole league, dude. I'm showing that they're 200 chaos. Is that what you meant? Oh, you listed it for divine. Okay. I thought you meant you listed. I thought you meant you listed it for chaos instead of divines, and they were 219 divines. I was like, holy shit! Like, when do those go up in price? Dude, do you know how long it took me to figure out that you could pull out the Chronicle and sell it? You know how long it took me? A long time. An embarrassingly amount of time. An embarrassingly long amount of time to figure that out. I was like, dude, how the fuck are these people getting these corrupted gems? Like, they have to run all of these incursions just to fucking get these, like, these rooms or what? I didn't know you could just buy them on the trade site. All right, cool. We're level 50, guys. So now we can go test out the build. Let's do it. All right, this is the exciting part. This is the exciting part where I see if all my planning is even worth a shit. Now, we are going to be testing it in Act 6. So it could get better. So let's like try not to judge it right out the gate. But we're going to have to do a respec real quick. Yeah. What's so profitable about him this league? Are you talking about selling the Chronicles, or are you doing something within the temple? No, I didn't scrap it. I just got a better idea that I really wanted to try out. Remember I was telling you guys I was working on something in the background, like trying to figure it out? If you put exclamation point POB in the chat, it'll show you what I've been working on. Oh, nice. That's cool, man. I didn't know it was that profitable. Gotta get Unleash in here. Okay, now we gotta get our heralds. Let's get our heralds going.
Hail Godslayer.
Alright, we need a bunch of regret orbs now. Hey, what's up, Rami? Alright, let's see. Blah blah my 50.
I should raise my fees.
Okay, so we need to go for this out of here, and then we should go for area of effect plus power charge. We're not going to get cold converted yet. You know of any builds that require minimum movement to not die? You mean like a cast when stun type setup where you're just getting hit all the time and attacking that way? Like, are you just looking for something tanky? Is that what you... I don't know what you mean by that. Minimum movement. Tanky? Yeah, dude, there's a lot of builds out there that are like that. What I would do is go on POE Ninja. What type of builds do you like to play? Like, what archetype? Do you like caster, bow builds, minion builds?
Ah. All in order. I'll let you know.
Yeah, Pox's RF build's really good. It's good and tanky. If you ever watch Jorgen's channel, Rami? Jorgen always makes really, really tanky builds.
Godslayer.
Well, there's multiple different ways you could do it. Yeah, dude, Jorgen's a phenomenal build creator, dude. That guy's so fucking smart when it comes to this game. All right, we're going to need to get some sort of... mana reservation efficiency. Okay. This should be a decent start for what we want to try to do. All right, let's go test it out, see if it works. Nice. Haha, it works. Look at that, dude. I mean, yeah, we're in the campaign, right? But still, I didn't think it was going to be like this. Nice. Now all we got to do is just scale this bad boy up. How many Phantasms have we got? And this is all with level 1 supports too. Not bad. And we get Congregation in there. The only problem is I got to figure out how to get 100% uptime on these Phantasms. I think, how long do they last? We might need to adjust some stuff. Oh, it's just because they were dying, that's why. Okay. 'Cause they last for a while, if I'm not mistaken. It's just because they're level 1, that's why. Sick. What's up, Dross? Putting the fucking blade vortex knows the grindstone, dude, trying to make this work. Nice. See how this is going to work on the boss. Yeah, this is the build I came up with for Blade Vortex. Seeing if it actually works. I mean, the POB is pretty good, dude. I mean, it looks pretty good so far. There's just like a few things that we need to get that might be a little bit pricey. But we will see. We will see how it goes. All right, we're going to die like 55 times this. Yeah, I didn't either, man, until I saw this item. Gaining a Phantasmal Might. So we just get a shit ton of flat damage to our spells from it. So I wanted to use that as the base for the build.
Such a fine example of womanhood.
So we can keep 100% uptime, and then on top of that we get this, right? We double our
His Majesty could never be
maximum number of Phantasms, and then this coupled with Congregation support, we get that extra 42% added to the minion count. Out of mana already, huh? Holy shit. See, bro, you cursed me. Yeah, Living Lightning, I was looking at that too. I just wasn't sure how good it would be, but this is I know Blade Vortex scales really well, so I knew that it would work as long as I get a good source of flat damage for it. And then once you convert it over to cold, it just scales even better. I was thinking about doing a poison version of it, but I don't know. I'm gonna try the cold version first to see how good it is. But if you hit exclamation point POB, you can see the full build put together. You can take a look at it if you want. Tell me what you think. So how long did the Phantasms last? Let's see. Phantasms last 15 seconds. Yeah, so we should be able to keep 100% uptime on this, especially for mapping. Okay, what do we need to do? Should I go for... I should go down for endurance charges. I'm also working on a Reliquarian Bama build. That also seems like it's going to be busted too. I know, right? It's been so long. I'm pretty sure I can get it up to 20 mil. That's like every build I put together gets like right around 20, 25 million DPS. I can never make one of those crazy ass builds that has like 175 million DPS. But it's good, dude. It's all you need, really. I mean, this is starting to work really well, though. Obviously, the true test is when we get into like later maps and stuff. But I think it's going to be good. Yeah, that like Connor or like Snoobay or any of those dudes make builds that just have like hundreds of millions of DPS. That's the other reason why I wanted to play Cold Convert too, is because when you're freezing stuff, it's way better. So it's like another added layer of defense. As opposed to doing the poison setup. But it's physical damage that you get from the Phantasmal Might, so you 100% could do a poison setup with this. You just probably need to play it on a different ascendancy, like maybe like an assassin or a pathfinder or something. And the cool thing about this is nobody is playing this build. I mean, people are playing Blade Vortex, but not a version like that. Yeah. Dude, cast on crit, baby. I played one like that with cast on crit. I think it was the Cosbury Malice. I think it was cast on crit. Ice Spear. That was fun. Yeah, it was. It was cast on crit Ice Spear with it. That was a fun build. Yeah, dude, you want shatters, bro. 100%.
I will uncover the secrets hidden in these shadows.
Dude, once I get the Oshabi bloodline too for the Unleashed seals is gonna be way better. I'm sure their time will come back. Oh, the cast on crit Ice Nova. I played a similar version of that in Affliction League, I think. I can't remember if it might have been Ice Nova. Ball lightning of orbiting is pretty good. Oh, I played Scorching Ray Totems. But not like self-cast Scorching Ray, if that's what you're referring to. I wanted to make a ball of lightning of orbiting miner is what I wanted to make. I had an idea to do that at one point. I think that was the skill I was thinking of. Can you use ball lightning of orbiting with mines? I think you can. I think that was the skill I was thinking of using for that build. Yeah. I know that people were playing Scorching Ray with totems, but not self-cast. So far, so good, guys, with this build. It's fucking plays like a dream so far. I know we're early in the game, but so far, so good. I need to get cold convert gloves ASAP. Those things are such a pain in the balls to craft. Dude, I've spent like trying to hit that on the unveil. I can't remember how many times I did it last time for the cold convert. I must have done it like 20 some. It must have been up in the 20s, dude. Normally you don't. It doesn't take that long. I think it's like a 1 in. I don't know. I forget what it was. Dude. It was like 1 in 4, I think, or something like that. I have to double check, but dude, it took me like 20 something times to roll that cold conversion on it. Oh no, it's not 1 in 4. It's 1 in. Well, if you block, it's like 1 in 6 or 1 in 8. 1 in 8. No, I forget the steps on it, but you have to craft the gloves, and then the last step is the unveil. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think so, dude. Hold on, let me find the steps again. So it really depends. It depends on what the other stats are on the item, right? But like, Yeah, when I did it, dude, I'd have to relook at the item again that I crafted before. But when I did it before, the last step was that unveil, and it took me like I don't know how many tries, dude. It was a lot of tries, way more than it should have been. Dude, I love Blade Vortex. It's so much fun. This is such a cool skill. Oh, I don't think you can't get a Vol skill gem, huh? With you can't get a Vol skill gem with the coin, can you? Because they're all corrupted. So you can't get one with the coin. Okay, I got to take that off and just do regular Blade Vortex on this POB instead of Vol. There it is. Okay. Wait a second. That's impossible. How the fuck did that just happen? Okay, I'm gonna have to use Vol Blade Vortex and then just take off the I'll have to take off the power charge on crit. Or we'll just do that. Wait, what? I don't understand what's happening right now, dude. My DPS numbers are just going all crazy. All right, whatever. I'll figure this out later. You can't, right? Okay, so I'll take the power charge on crit off. Damn, I'm freezing. What I'll probably end up doing is just leaving. I'll put power charge on crit on there instead of hypothermia, probably. So I think I lost. What did I lose here? Dude, I hate it when Path of Building does this shit, dude. It like stops calculating my damage when I'm like adding gems. All right, I got to figure this out later, I guess. I don't know why I did that, but for some reason, when I took the skill gem off, it dropped my DPS by like a third. It's really weird. There was no way that that level 1 was providing that much damage. I don't know why it did that. It's so fucking weird. POB is also not, it's not supporting the coins either for the imbuements. You can't like add an imbuement in there, so you kind of just got to add it in manually, like as a level 1. And then it always calculates it as a warning saying you have too many skill gems in there. I think that's what's happening right now. I just got to fix it. Do I want him? No, I'm good, brother. I don't really play. I haven't played any unarmed builds ever. Dude, you should use it to make that that ice crash, that ice crash build, where it does like 1 billion DPS. It just one shots Ubers. It's an unarmed build. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. It's pretty fucking funny though. The entire build is just set up to hit one time. And it one-shots every Uber. It's pretty fucking funny. I believe it's Ice Crash that it uses. It's pretty fucking fun. Let me see if I can find it. The One Punch Man is what it's called. There it is. There's the link to it. It might not be Ice Crash. It might be something else. I forget what it is. Oh, it is Ice Crash. Never mind. I don't know, dude. If you could walk in and one-shot Ubers with this, you might have a different relationship with Ice Crash. He's using 988 face breakers. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, whoops, I gotta grab the skill points too. I don't know why I just did that. Why did I go talk to them? Okay, let's see. What do we want to grab? I think I want to grab... I'll work on block after this. After I grab the... I can also grab the Timeless Jewel too. I'm gonna go for endurance charges. Don't save that. Wait, what? I don't know what I just did, guys. It's so weird. I'd go up and grab the POB. There we go. Okay, now it's back. I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. Why did it do that? Okay, there we go. Okay, so it'll be... I'm not going to use Conk Effect. That's what I'm gonna take out of it. So I'm going to use Greater Unleash, Congregation, Hypothermia, and Power Charge on crit. It'll still have me at 18 mil for full DPS. And we'll still be at... Yeah, we'll still be at 100% crit. There we go. Okay, cool. You know what it did, dude, is it took away... I think it took off the power charges. That's why. Nice. We can go grab the other next Ascendancy, too. That'll be a huge damage boost. Dude, have you guys ever turned off the sound effects in this game and just played the music? Dude, the music in this game is really good. It's like surprisingly good for how old the game is. Oh, I'm good, brother. I'll get all that shit together. I like crafting my own stuff and figuring it out. I appreciate it though. I don't like to take stuff from you guys. It's just kind of like a principle thing, I guess. We'll get it all squared away by tomorrow's stream. We'll have this build fully put together. I'll work on it tomorrow during the day, and then by the night, we will have it all put together. Yeah, the composer for this game it's insane. Because I play classical piano, dude. I've been playing my whole life. Dude, this game's music is just absolutely incredible. Well, I'm trying to get a Marco. I'm trying to get a podcast going on right now where we actually put a build together live, like on the podcast. I'm trying to do it with Baron. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. I think he's a bit busy, but I'm probably gonna do that for the next podcast episode with somebody. Just trying to get like how we figure out the process together, or maybe it's something that they've put together already, and they could just show me how they put it together on the podcast. Usually what I do is I start with a source of flat damage. That's the idea, right? I'm looking for ways to get that base number up, and then I'll start to piece together like the increased and more, like the different buckets. But it starts with like a good source of flat damage. Ideally, if you could source your flat damage from your defense, that's the best move. Oh, nice. That's awesome. You know who else is a musician is Localhall. Localhall is a musician as well. We were talking about it before we started our podcast. Yeah, I play guitar and classical piano.
Approach, challenger.
Trial master always talking shit. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I knew he played music. I just didn't know he did that. That's cool. Yeah, he's a cool dude. Maybe I should have him on the podcast at some point. I don't know if he makes too much PoE1 stuff or not, but I know he makes a lot of PoE2 stuff. So maybe we'll do one once the PoE2 league comes out. I'm really trying to get Arrow on. I've been trying to get him on for a long time, but to no avail. And then I want to get Jungron on too. Yeah, composing's on a different level, dude. I can't do that. I can only play what other people have written. But I can read music and stuff, so it's like... I mean, if I really sat down, I could maybe compose something. I don't know how good it would be, but... if I really, like, dedicated energy to it. Oh, shit. I thought I was standing off to the side of it. All right, fellas. So we made it. We're in Act 8. We'll do the. I'll get this build put together by tomorrow. We'll be through the campaign and shit. I'll probably just do a couple of 5-ways during the day and just get it up to the level we need it to be, and we'll get this shit put together. It should be pretty. It's going to be good, dude. I think this is going to be a good build. Probably not as good as my other one, but it should be fun. But that's it, man. I'm gonna knock out. I gotta get up pretty early, so I will catch you all tomorrow. We'll do Friday night whiskey stream again, and yeah, I'll see you all then. Thanks for hanging out.